You need to be flexible to do Pilates. Pilates is not hard enough, it's too easy. And Pilates is only for women. Hell no! We're gonna bust some myths. Pilates is by no means just for flexible people. In fact, we have two ends of a spectrum. We have some people who choose to do Pilates because they think it's gonna make them more flexible, and other people that do Pilates because they think it's a flex to be good at doing the splits or doing Pilates, and they think it looks good. Both ends of that spectrum are incorrect, and the beauty about the method is that it actually helps both types of people find middle ground, find resting tone in their muscles. Because the truth is, flexibility is more of a central nervous system issue. With great flexibility comes great responsibility. People that are really, really flexible actually need to find more control in their movements, and they need to find more stability. And that comes with comfort. And then you won't feel like you need to stretch and stretch and stretch to be at peace with where your body is in space. Clients who are really flexible often have bracing issues, so they tighten their movers instead of strengthen their stabilizers. And so those kinds of clients need to actually find strength closest to the joints or in their core, for lack of a better way of explaining it, which is actually more complicated than it seems, but we'll use the word core. So they need core strength in order to let the big moving muscles have some freedom and get some flexibility and range of motion. And that only comes when your brain is satisfied. Your central nervous system is what dictates flexibility. So if you have strong stabilizers and good muscular control, the muscle will have permission from your brain to get a longer resting tone. But if you are unstable, then you're going to be locked and uncomfortable and seek stretching. So we might have clients who are super hypermobile. That means they're very flexible and they come in here seeking more stretches. That's not what you need. That client needs to focus on shorter ranges of motion with way more control. Or you have someone that comes in and they're stiff as a board from bracing because they don't have strength where it counts. And that client needs to get stronger in order for the brain to say, permission to get looser. Being able to touch your toes is not a flex in Pilates because you can do that badly. Control and having the right intention makes all of the difference. So I can just touch my toes and stick my bum out and expose my rib cage forward and do this very poorly, or I can get a lot of value in articulating my spine, keeping my pelvis still, hollowing my abdomen, and work towards stretching my spinal muscles, maybe my hamstrings, but there's so much more value extracted from this shape when I do it with the proper intention as opposed to collapsing. And this shape we see in Pilates a lot, this high C curve. Another example would be either the roll up or the spine stretch forward, where you are attempting to move over your lap while trying to get your low back down, your upper back lifts off your hips, and you move forward. I'm stretching my hamstrings, I'm stretching my spine, I'm strengthening my abdomen, and I'm not just hanging out. There's no passive, floppy moments in Pilates. It's all intentional, and it is you dependent on how much you care and how much effort you're putting in. But you really need to know what the objectives are. And the objective in that exercise isn't to get your hands past your toes. Very rarely is our objective just to stretch and hang out at the end range of motion. If Pilates looks easy, you're probably doing it wrong. Because Pilates is not about high impact. It's about high efficacy. So you can do something and it looks effortless, but the internal strife is huge. And that's the secret sauce when it comes to Pilates. It's a collaboration between you, your mind, and possibly your instructor's ability to get that value out of a movement and give you the cues that land to make you work at a level that's even deeper on a neurological and musculoskeletal level. One of the first movements I like to teach our new clients is in 4-point kneeling. So I would really love it if you tried this. It looks like nothing to the outside. You kneel on your 2 knees and on your hands underneath your shoulders. But the key cue is that you've got to push your feet and your shins into the floor. And by doing that, you activate your lower abdominals. So that's your start position. Keep pressing while you follow along with me. And you'll notice that maybe your elbows are hyperextended. Let's correct for that. You might notice that you're flaring in your ribs. We'll correct for that. You want to get a neutral shape in your spine, which means there's a low back dent, an upper back roundness, and a long neck with a little dent in it. Eyeliner's down, but you must keep your head off of the floor. All the while you're pressing into the ground. And now you're not allowed to alter your shin pressure. There's no change in shin pressure as you float your right hand forward, in front of you, in line with your ear. No change in shin pressure. Do not hike your shoulder and then lower that hand back down onto the ground. Do the other side. Absolutely no shifting in your belly button. Press those feet down and then lower your hand. And you see that there's a lot more happening inside than what it looks like to the outside. And as you become more proficient at Pilates, as your bandwidth for taking all of the cues on increases, the simplest movements become the hardest, and you do them well. Pilates is not just for women. In fact, it was designed by a man for men. And there are even some exercises that are in the repertoire that are men specific, like arm springs is just for men. The Swakati series is just for men. So that myth is definitely busted. The wonderful thing is that women have seen and have adopted Pilates and are loving it and enjoying the benefits. The sad thing is that not enough men realize how good it actually is for them. Pilates is for athletes, golfers, runners, and anyone just interested in trying to prevent injuries and have more vitality in their day-to-day lives. So that myth is definitely busted. And if you don't believe me, come, let's try. We end our sessions with this classical exercise, which is a roll down and 3 big steps. So you step and then inhale to bend, exhale to press up. And so, like, this is pretty epic to finish off your session. It is so hard and awesome to finish strong. These are some of the exercises that we do in a group class setting on the mat that are very physical and would humble anyone, male or female. We have a lot of male clients at Stretch, and I think it's really important that we bring this up. Our male clients have reaped the benefits of Pilates, so much so that it doesn't really matter how much they get tuned at the bra. They will not sacrifice their Pilates. It is worth being burned and ripped at a bra because they see the benefits. In fact, I'll go as far as to say that the men that do Pilates, that Stretch Pilates, are a different, unstoppable, amazing breed of person. They're industry leaders and thought disruptors. So if you want to be a pioneer in other aspects of your life, I reckon you should try do Pilates. It seems to be the secret success source for men around the world. The thing is with Pilates is that we do weird things with our feet, with our arms, with our bodies in the mat session, on the reformer, on the other apparatus. Just because it's weird doesn't make it feminine. I think that's what makes it different. And Joe was onto something really smart, beyond his time. And the method is really nuanced. And I think that we all might feel a little bit strange doing it at first, but when you lean in and you embody the work as it should have been taught, you realize why he makes us do the strangest things. And I think that it's the novelty aspect, which is really good for your fascia and good for your brain. It's the choreography that makes you think about how you link movement and breath and that subtle change that you have to do with the odd foot flexed. And that's what makes Pilates different, but it's also what makes it so effective. It's really good for your digestion and good for your body and great for your mind. So I don't think we should put it in a box and categorize Pilates for only a certain subset of people. We could all benefit from the features that are Pilates. 3 myths? Busted. I think we have a few more to go.